Hey guys, what's up? Abby here, and welcome to my Frosty K Weakauras for Battle for Azeroth. They are all-in-one Weakauras, meaning it has runes, runic power, and tracking a lot of different buffs that I'll talk about right now. So before I really get into it, I am using an add-on called Mask, M-A-S-Q-U-E. Let me bring it up right now, and the reason I use this is because it softens up the borders of your Weakauras and other add-ons and makes them look really nice. I'm using Mask with the flat squares. If I bring that up right now, you can see with the flat squares because I think it looks very crisp and clean. So now let's get into this. My Frost DK stuff. I have the link to my Wago down below where you can just copy and paste the import right here. So just go to new, import, and copy what you copy from my string on Wago right there. And for Elvui, I'm also including that down below because I like my cooldowns right here. I don't like to track my cooldowns in a Wago. I know there are all-in-one Weakora packs that do have your cooldowns in this giant clump right here, but I feel like it clutters it up a little too much. I just have Pillar of Frost tracked here because I do want to track its uptime as well, so might as well track its cooldown. And that's the end. Remorseless Winter, of course. Those are the only cooldowns I have here. The rest, Breath of Sindragosa and Power Rune Weapon, Horn of Winter, I keep down here with a pretty big action bar. So first off, let's go over everything. Of course, we have our runic bar. I have it nice and emboldened, the number, so you can track it very easily. The runes also have a nice clean text, so you can track them as well. They are, of course, progress bars, meaning you can track them individually. We have our Razor's tracker over here. I don't need it to be as big anymore personally because Shattering Strikes is no longer a talent, meaning Razor's isn't as an important thing to track anymore. I, of course, have Pillar of Frost. I have two different Pillar of Frost for when it's on cooldown and when it's up. And when it's up, it does flash like this. And I have another little cool thing with Pillar of Frost right here where it shows the strength gain. It obviously defaults baseline at 15%, and every rune you spend during Pillar of Frost increases the strength bonus by 1% until the end of Pillar of Frost. It's a little nice thing to track. You don't really gain much from it besides seeing how high your pillar goes, which is a cool thing to track. Right here we have our Frost Fever tracker. It does glow red when Frost Fever is on the target, and when it's up it counts down because Frost Fever does significant amount more damage now in reference to our other skills. And it's also just a really nice thing to track because it's great for single target and AoE settings. And it also does generate a decent amount of runic power in a fight. Next up we have right here, this is the 3 different tier 56 talents. If I go right here, we have Inexorable Assault, Icy Talons, and Coldheart. Well, we have trackers for all of them. Right here you can see we have the Inexorable Assault tracker. If I go away, then we have the Icy Talons tracker. Both of these are showing the stacks that they go up to. Of course, Inexorable Assault stacks up to 5 times, and Icy Talon stacks up to 3 times. And they're both things that, if you are running, you want to make sure you are tracking these stacks. And then we have the big one, which is the Coldheart. It obviously doesn't show the actual icon for Coldheart, but I like the little snowflake. It's very cool. It looks nice. And it does shake when it's at 20 stacks. So when it's not at 20 stacks, oh, I did the wrong thing. When it's not 20 stacks, it just looks like this as it counts up. And then once it hits 20 stacks, it shakes like this. Of course, it's out of sync now, but whenever I close, it always comes up in sync. Now, this is not tracking the legendary. This is only tracking the talent here, because if you are running the legendary, you're running the talent. So there is that, of course, and since the legendary is going away in Battle for Azeroth once we hit level 116 or higher, there's no point in really tracking the legendary, but of course the talent is very nice to have tracked right there. And then I'll make that bigger. Of course, I have Khazgroth right there, World Forger buff, and the only reason I have that there is because a lot of people want it for Antaros currently, but once we are out of Antaros, you can just delete it and you'll be good to go. So that is it for my Weakauras for Battle for Azeroth. Of course, yes, these are Battle for Azeroth ready, so they will carry over. You will be able to use them. All you really need to do is update your Weakauras when the expansion does drop. And I hope you guys enjoyed. Tomorrow, or the next day actually, actually tomorrow, I will have an extensive leveling guide for Unholy DKs and a Frost guide either the day after or 2 days after. So look out for both of those, and hope you guys enjoyed, and I'll talk to you next time. Have a good one.